What's up, everyone? All right, well, another wild day in the market. Overall market down. We had a 7%, 15-minute long market-wide circuit breaker halt this morning. I had three trades before the halt, and I was down about $400 and then up 400, going right into the halt on a trade on VIX, the volatility index, VXX. Then markets halted for 15 minutes. I come out of that halt and boom, a couple of really nice trades all the way up to $5,000 of profit, and then a $500 loss, a $1,500 loss, up only $3,000, and that's where we stopped. And I did the recap, throwing in the towel. All right, so as always, questions, comments, leave them right down below. I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Hopefully we have another green day. The markets continue to be volatile, but I am finding opportunities, so that's what it's all about. Volatility equals opportunity. All right, you guys, so we're gonna go over the trades from this morning. I'm up $3,000. The market's down, well, 1,600 points right now. It was down 1,700 just a second ago. But I found my way to some profit today. And I was actually up about 5,000, and then I started to give a little back. And so this is where I'm throwing in the towel. I gave back profit on SPCB, $1,400, and I gave back about 500 on POAI. So those are the two I gave back some profit on, but overall today was a pretty solid day. Now, the context of today was that the overall market was gapping down substantially. In fact, just about 6.5%. Shortly after the bell rang, the market started initially to rebound. And as it was rebounding, I took a trade long on POAI and I made $1,100. That was so that was right on POAI, which, by the way, was our leading gapper this morning, gapping up 49%. So that was my first trade out of the gates. That was long right here as it started to pop up for the break over 350. It squeezed up to 385. I was up $1,100. Then it does a little pullback right here, and I added for the break over 4. It tapped 90 and then faded, and I ended up giving back my profit and being down $500 on the stock. So I was down 500, a little disappointed. And at that point, the market started to roll over, so I got into the VIX. I bought VIX as it started to squeeze up right here, and on that trade, that first trade, I made about $400. So let me show you my trades here, just because today was sort of particularly interesting. So this is the open, the POA trade, whatever, not as exciting, but the VIX trade a little more interesting. The first trade on, so that was POA 1, POA 2, that was the loser on POA I, and then I have my trade on VIX. So this is the VIX right here. So I bought VIX at 45.12, and this was while the market was dropping. So I'm watching to see if the market's going to break below 7%. So VIX pops up here, 18, 20, and I see the market, and what I ended up doing was taking my profit off the table up here at about 45.25. I did not want to hold into a market-wide circuit breaker halt, which I knew would happen when this dropped down more than 7%. So I took my profit there. The market ends up halting. Everything is halted. The entire market is halted for 15 minutes. So I got to fast forward 15 minutes. On resumption, right about here, I'm going to be watching VIX. So here's resumption. We're down 7.3% right now in the market. The Dow is down 1,700 points. I'm watching the VIX. I put an order for 1,000 shares. I move my order up. I'm going to move it up to $46. I'm watching right here. I put my hand on the buy button. I'm hesitating for a second. At this point, I kind of feel like I'm waiting for the right entry. And I don't get filled. Except for 5 shares at 46. So now I'm like, oh man, oh, look at this, 46.25, 46.20 on the bid. Son of a gun. All right, well, what should I do? Should I get in here or is that chasing it? So it ends up popping up a little bit more. Now I'm up, 60 cents a share, 70 cents a share, 80 cents a share. So now I move my order up and I'm thinking, okay, the market is tanking. So what I'm going to do on this is I'm going to add for the break over 47. And I didn't update my chart soon enough because I was also sort of watching POAI. So I end up adding right there. This is a quick breakout trade. I know that I'm in high, but I'm looking for that break over 47. So just as this happens, the S&P right here is down 8.36%. I take a little profit off the table. The market starts to bounce. It's down only 8.24%. So now the market is bouncing up. And I'm thinking, uh-oh, maybe I'm in too high. So I take a little off the table here. And then we're down only 8.2, 8.19, 8.2. This is still going up though. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll just hold this position, I guess, while this continues to go up. Now we're 8.4, 8.5%, down 8.56%, 8.57, and I'm like, all right, now I'm in the driver's seat. I'm up over $1 a share, almost $1 a share. Obviously, had I held the whole thing, whatever, but now we're down 8.7%, and now I've updated the VIX chart. So this is the chart right here, 48. Oh my gosh. We're coming up to 9%, 8.87. And I'm just like, all right, I'm in the driver's seat. I'm up 1,000, 100, 1,200 coming, and that's on only 700 shares. So again, this is high risk stuff, trying to trade the market like this, but on this one, it worked pretty well. So we're squeezing up right here. There hasn't even been a real pullback. So I got in high. My entry wasn't that great. But I'm just kind of riding this momentum. Now we're starting to top out a little bit, as you can see, and we're pulling back. So there, I take my profit off the table. And I actually, I could have, if I didn't sell at the very top, but I kind of just said, I'm just going to hold this and let it ride and let's see what it does. So that was a $1,700 trade on the VIX. So that was a really solid one. Then what we started to see were bottom bounces. We had INO, which halted going down. All right, so it halted going down right here, and then off the lows, it bounced up. Now on this one, I was, I wasn't totally sure. I've traded INO a few times. I haven't done especially well on it. So let's see, at this point, here we go. All right, so INO, this is the stock right here. And it's still green on the day, but this is where I took my trade. All right, so we have this sell-off, and I see the current price is $8.98 by $9. So I'm looking for the break of 9. I'm in with 2,000 shares, and I'm a little worried that it might do a false breakout, but I see a 50,000 share buyer right there. So I'm like, okay, this should be good. But then I'm like, uh-oh, 50,000 share seller on the other side. That's not good. And I know this stock can drop 50 cents like that. Nice job, Jessica, on that $100. Good work. 10% growth in an $1,100 account. So I'm like, you know what? I better take my money out. And then look at this. Blast. All of a sudden, it's at 9.25, and I'm like, God dang it. I sold too soon. I sold way too soon. 9.30, 9.40. Unbelievable. Look at that bounce. My charts are lagging. We were having some data issues today because of everything that was happening in the market. 947, 949, 950, 954, 960. What a bottom bounce. Really nice. It bounced all the way up to $10. Okay, so I sold too soon on that one. Next one up, I'm not going to sell too soon. Next one up, CODX. CODX also halted going down. Very similar setup. It comes back up on resumption. There's INO up at 10. So CODX is right here on this level too. All right, so CODX right here at 13, I'm like, all right, I'm in. I'm in at 13. But now I'm down $228. So I'm like, uh-oh. Is this gonna break 13? It's kind of having a hard time here. So I'm like, we'll give it a second. 96. Uh-oh. 70 on the bid. That's 642 in the red. And I'm like, all right, I might have to bail out on this. I was like, all right, let's give this a second. Let's see what it does. I might be a little early. Now, I feel good that I'm in at I've got a pretty good entry, generally speaking. But I don't want to let it go too far against me. 30 cents on a $12 stock, 40 cents, okay, 50 cents, that'd be a little too much. All right, come on, back over 13. Let's break 13. There we go, 1309, okay, 1316, better. 1314, 1314, a little bit of a spread. So this is what I don't like. 1303 by 1314, I'm only up 5 cents on the bid. So I throw a little up on the ask, try to take a little profit off the table. There's my order. So I take a little off the table just to be safe. And now it's looking a little better. 1312 by 1316. So I'm like, all right, let's see what this does. I want to see it over. There we go. 1327, 1330. Not as clean of a bounce as INO, but not bad. You know, not too bad. So ended up making a little bit of money on that one, you know, $400. And then the next one is APT. Same setup. Halted going down, looking for the bounce coming back up. All right, so APT, I'm gonna update my chart here to AHPI was gonna be the fourth one, but APT is gonna be the third one. So we're gonna update to APT. Gotta fast forward a little bit. Okay. So this one, nailed. Boom, boom, boom. I'm in right there at 77. 500 shares, going a little smaller on size. Instant bounce. Look at that. 1344 on the ask. 1350. Nice. So that was a solid bounce. And this one ended up coming all the way back up towards 14 and eventually to 15. So nice trade there. And now we've got AHPI. AHPI, it was halted at 1271. So I have my order at 13 to buy. I'm looking for resumption. It's gonna resume in just a second here. No fill. My order didn't fill. Would have been nice if it had at 13, but it didn't fill. So it squeezed up to 14, made a nice move, but I didn't fill. So at that point, I was up 2,600 on the day. I ended up eventually getting a little bit more profit on POAI as it did a 5-minute setup and broke through 390 right here. This was a nice breakout. This is where I made back my money right there. But then I gave back a little profit trying to trade it through this area. So unfortunately, I didn't keep it all in my pocket. So anyways, $3,000 green day is not bad. SPCB was the losing trade of the day. I had 2 trades. One was right here. On resumption from this halt, the first time it finally dipped down, I jumped in. So I got in right here, was up 10 cents looking for the break over $1.50, and then it failed. Stopped out for a $100 loss. And then I got back in right here for the break over 125 and got stopped out. Let's see what PSTI is doing. popping up a little bit, kind of a turnaround story. So maybe one to keep an eye on. But that's it for me, $3,000, green day. Had a nice green day yesterday, so market's down, I'm green, I feel good about that. So I'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll finish off this week hopefully with one more green day. Today is my 5th consecutive green day. Hey, did you know every morning I go live to stream my pre-market watch list? Subscribe to the channel, press the alert button, and you'll get the notifications. And if you want to learn more about trading, check out the links in the description. And if you have questions, post them in the comments because I personally respond to every comment posted on my channel.